Kicking It with Ken is sponsored by AE Door and Window.
Ken is kicking it all over the place here this morning, and now the butterflies are back at the Krohn Conservatory.
He's getting his steps in. This year they are flying or fluttering the flutterbys, Ken, a brand new theme. You're kicking it there. What's happening at Krohn?
I love it there.
It is fantastic. I love this. I remember coming here as a kid. So we're in the back room. As a kid, I couldn't get back here, Kat. Let's tell people first, what's the name of the new theme for the butterflies?
It is Gothica Botanica.
Gothica Botanica, which you got to come back at 10:30 because we're going to talk more about that. But we don't want to waste too much time. Let's talk about what's happening inside of these tanks.
So these are the tanks that hold the chrysalis of the butterflies that will soon emerge and go out to the butterfly room, that the public gets to come in and enjoy all of those butterflies.
So right now, like in this thing that looks like a diamond, there's a butterfly up inside of that, right?
Absolutely. This one, you can see one has just emerged. So they will spend some time in their chrysalis, emerge, become a butterfly, and then we take them out to the room.
This is fascinating. Can I be a 2-year-old for 1 second?
Absolutely.
They have to like poop out this liquid so that their wings can flap, and tell me about that process.
Correct. So while they're going through their little metamorphosis, once they are ready, they come out, their wings are all scrunched up and they're tight in there, and then they poop.
Yep.
And then their wings come out, and all that liquid goes down into their wings and hardens, and then it becomes the wings that they fly with.
All right, you want to walk some out there? You guys have to do this crazy process to get them from this room to the other one. Do you want to show people how we do that?
Yes.
You want me to carry this?
Yes, please.
Okay, why do we have to why can't you just open the door and let them fly in?
This is a very USDA regulated business.
Okay.
And so everything has to be safe for the butterflies to not emerge.
Okay.
Or to not escape into other areas outside.
We're going through all the way in the back, and then bam, we're up in the front. Okay, Dale's right behind us. So we're coming through the bonsai room, which we should mention while we're walking through here. You can take a class and make bonsais. When do you guys offer that?
So bonsai classes are, I believe, during the weekends, but the bonsai club is here Wednesdays, every Wednesday, and I believe Saturdays now during the butterfly show.
Guys, you're almost to your new house.
There's a bunny.
All right, let's go. Bam, bam, bam.
Come on in.
We're coming through.
We close the door.
Yes, to make sure they don't escape.
And then we open this one.
Folks, this is your first look at Gothica Botanica, by the way, too.
Welcome.
All right, look, Dale, show them on the floor. Let's talk about the rules when we're coming here. We want to look down, look around, right?
You want to use your eyesight to make sure that you're not going to hurt any of the butterflies. You got to step around, be aware. Then also, of course, look up and enjoy everything, all of the decorations, all of our
new
decor.
Plants. We can't give everything away. They got to come. How do we get these guys out of here?
So what we'll do, we can just unzip this since we're in the room now.
Okay.
Let that guy out. Here's one. Let me grab
away.
A landing pad.
Well, how come they're all not just trying to get out of here?
They're butterflies. They're not exactly athletes. Sometimes they just like to hang out.
Is this right?
Literally.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hold on. How do I do this?
So you scoop under it.
Scooping.
One of the most important things is we don't touch the butterflies with our fingers because that could damage their wings.
And then also, don't try to steal them either, right?
Never ever try to take a butterfly home.
I promise it's better. What do we do?
So we just let them hang out. And, you can, if you're here with family or with friends, you can get your picture. You can get a happy, something to post on Facebook, Instagram, whatever.
And then also, don't put things on your body to make them come. None of that that's not good. We want to have fun, and we want to let them. Why is it important that we celebrate butterflies? Why don't you guys do like a mosquito fest? I would love that.
So butterflies are certainly the best, I don't know, maybe mascot for nature.
Yeah.
Everybody loves butterflies for the most part. And butterflies are very important because they pollinate. Pollinators are super important. We need to grow native flowers, native plants, native trees so that the butterflies survive and continue to pollinate our flowers, our food, all of the things.
I love it. All right, guys, coming back at 10:30. Hopefully we get these out. Stefano and Jordan, this is kind of how I am at work. They open the door at work and I just stay at my desk like this. They got to shake it to get me out of there.
So, Ken I was gonna say the butterfly that she's holding, the wing pattern on it, it almost looks like an owl's eye or something like that. I guess that would be for protection or something.
Yes, with the owl eye, what is that? Is that for protection? Is that why they look like that?
Correct. That is a defense mechanism, as a lot of animals will in nature. If something were to go for it, thinking it was something it could eat, it would go for that wing instead of part of its body.
Wow.
Or it's defensive, where it's something's like, oh, that's a big eye, I'm not going to get close to that. Yeah.
That is so cool.
So the wing, you said, Ken, is like the hardened poop when it was coming out of the chrysalis, right? And look at what it produced.
That's it, they had to poop to become this beautiful thing.
All part of nature. That's awesome. Down at Eden Park Krohn Conservatory. I love it there.
And what Ken was holding there with those butterflies, you know, we're talking about the cicadas coming.
I know.
There's a company, I think it was Sharonville. We had them on a few years ago when the last brood was coming out. It's a thing just like that, but big enough for your body with armholes, and you can mow the lawn, and the cicadas, can get near you without getting on you.
I'm really going to try to buy like mesh something. You know what I mean? So almost like if you're in the desert. Because I'm not going to wear a box around me and walk. I look crazy.
You don't look crazy?
I know. Well, that's okay. I look crazy as it is. It's 9:41. We'll be back.